right, we're rolling. So basically, I just wanted to cut on the camera just to talk about first and foremost, just thank everybody for the support, for the love. Just any type of contribution that you sent my way is just like greatly appreciated. Um, any words of motivations, whether it was directly said to me or you just, I guess, thought it in your head and were just like, all right, good luck. I appreciate those too. I just came on camera I just wanted to talk about the journey so far, if that makes sense. I don't know, like I just wanted to document in video form, just where I started when it came to like the fitness journey versus to where I am currently of making this video. Um, this is gonna have a lot of shouts out, a lot of appreciations to a lot of people. Probably not everybody by name, because again, I don't know how comfortable most people are just having their name blasted on someone else's, anything, whether it's social media oriented or like whether it's just on like YouTube or something like that. But I will honestly say this journey started nowhere actually. Like I had no intentions of even beginning to exercise. I understand, like, just to throw out a couple ideas out there, there's a lot of reasons why people exercise in general. Like, you could be dissatisfied with yourself. It could be like an self-esteem thing. It could be a personal thing where you just never been 100% comfortable with your body, which is by all means, like, it's okay. Like we've all been there where we wanted to transform ourselves into something else. For me, that transformation didn't come from fitness. It came from just who I was as a person, existential stuff and all that goodness. But like that's in the past. But there's other reasons for health reasons. Like you could be diagnosed with something that specifically targets your health. So that's why you go on your fitness journey. Other reasons could be you're trying to look a particular type of way. You're an athlete. Like there's a plethora of different reasons why a person wants to engage in physical workouts and exercise and all that stuff. But I just want to put it on record. That's not the reason I did any of that. If you know me, and for the most people that do know me, you guys all know where this came from. Like, you guys know why I started exercising or why I got interested into wanting to exercise. And pretty much this is also a video talking about that story because I find it funny because I get this question a lot, like, yo dude, what motivated you to exercise? Like, what made you want to exercise? Like, oh, I have body issues, or I feel like I'm not big or strong enough like I want to be. And I'm not gonna, no disrespect or nothing, but I kind of laugh a little bit. I kind of laugh because it's kind of just like, yeah, I have none of those motivations. Like, that's not the reason I started doing this. But basically, here's the story. So it actually in high school. It started in high school. It was me, the boys. The boys consist of me, Devin, Johans, Orich, Dwight, and me, Devin, Orich, Dwight, a kid named Alvin that transferred, and D'Angelo. Yeah, I mean, I forget about D'Angelo. So it was basically just us. And I shit you not, all we used to really talk about and argue about was fucking anime. That's all we used to do. We used to argue and talk about fucking anime religiously. Amongst other things, of course. Conversations just didn't specifically tether to just anime, but we talked about other shit. So I think it was one kid in my high school that was just like super cool guy, Michael. We used to talk about Berserk a lot because at that time or in that era of my life, I really felt like Berserk screamed to me. Like it was just one of those things where it wasn't necessarily a story I was relating to, but I felt like the context of the story in general was something that I really just felt passionate talking about. Like I feel like most Berserk fans would kind of like, the majority, not everyone, but the majority of Berserk fans talks about how crazy the series is in the context of gore, killing, some of the choices that they make when it comes to like rape and stuff like that. But Berserk is a very intense series, but I always felt like the thing that resonated with me with Berserk was the ideology behind a lot of the characters. But that's neither here nor there. But Michael, he was basically just saying like, yo, dude, I think you should watch this series called Hajime no Ippo. So I'm here like watching Berserk, and I really had no interest in checking anything else out. It was one of those things where it was just like I was just fixated 100% on Berserk and maybe a couple of the series that was ongoing at the time, like Naruto, etc., Bleach, etc. Like the stories that was ongoing. So it took me, I want to say, maybe 3-4 months of me hearing that name constantly. I think Johans also saw Hajime no Ippo and he was telling me like, yo, bro, you're tripping, man. This series, this is it. Like, this is the series. I love this series. So I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, let me give it a shot. And guys, when I tell you I fell in love with Hajime no Ippo, I fell in love. Like, I couldn't get enough of that series. Like, it was one of those series that it just hit me like that. And I don't know, you know what? I'm lying if I say I don't know. I think what hit me hard about that series in particularly was just like, I love growth. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be for me. Like, I love just seeing other people grow. Like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like I have this weird, like, neo dad mentality where it's just like, you know how, like, some fathers, not all fathers, of course, but you know how some fathers, like, they see their kid grow and they're just better off, or they're just doing great, or they're just, like, doing amazing. I just always thought that was so cool. And like Hajime no Ippo clearly embodied that. Like, it's such a known element in anime every now and then, but it's not really talked about to the degree that I would like to be talked about it. How I would like it to be talked in. But it was just one of the craziest things to see this kid with, like, I would say, like, no talent, not really have much going for him, and like he wasn't really the best at anything in particularly, come from this regular guy to be this like world class boxer. So as you know, I started boxing, but I didn't feel comfortable / nor did I had the money at the time to really like traditionally enter a commercialized boxing gym. So what did I do? I started exercising with the boys. So I started exercising with the guys, and yeah, the limitations was clearly there. Like, oh my god, like if I can show you guys, I gotta hit up one of these guys. It was either like Jelani or Dwight. One of these guys have that. No, it's Jelani or Johans. One of you two guys have that photo, and you gotta send it to me because it was the funniest thing in the world. Like, it was hilarious. And basically, I went to the gym. This was actually sometime later. Like, this is definitely sometime later. I was training and exercising in like high school, specifically for boxing. But at the time, of course, like I'm broke, and due to personalized reasons, like I wasn't able to be as consistent as I possibly could have been. Not gonna talk about that. But basically, like I kind of dropped it and picked it back up later in life. But pretty much from high school, I was dabbling in boxing because I'm not gonna lie, I got inspired by an anime. Yes, I got inspired by a goddamn anime to want to get potentially professionally punched every day. Like, that's what inspired me. I know other boxers have cool stories, like, you know, like, oh, I seen a Floyd Mayweather fight in person, or like Muhammad Ali, what he stood for was that what resonated with me. For me, it was an anime that got me into boxing. Just, it was an anime, but it was like I just couldn't do it consistently. So like, this is transitioning from like college to early years of college, like my first 2 semesters and stuff like that. Eventually, when I just opted out of it because college wasn't for me. Like, college, it wasn't for me. So I eventually opted out of it. So like, I remember, like, obviously, like, I still kept in touch with a lot of my boys from high school, and basically what we did was like we linked up. Like, I knew Jelani exercised extensively. I knew Johans, he exercised extensively too, as well as Dwight at the time. So I was just like, yo, guys, make me a beast. Make me a beast. I'm trying to be a monster. I'm trying to be like Son Goku. I thought my phone was ringing. I'm trying to be like Son Goku out here. Like, you know, train me. So they're just like, you know, typical stuff. What? You trying to get crazy, Carl? Let's go. Let's come through. Come through. Let's get you right. Let's get you looking crazy. So they got me looking crazy. They got me looking right. Is what I thought was going through my head. They were gonna get me looking that way, but it wasn't like that at first though. But first day, these guys take me to the gym, and it was wild, yo. Like, talk about like know your limitations, because I feel like, and I'm just gonna throw this out there for anybody that are exercising or training for the first time, don't blow your load. And I feel like this is just something that just happens to everybody that exercises for the first time ever. You're doing too much. Exercise smart. That's all I can really say. Exercise smart and hard. Don't burn yourself out. exercise smart. But that's what I wasn't doing that. So basically, I'm here just literally going hard. Like I'm trying to keep up with these guys because obviously, you know how it is. Like I'm in my own head at this point. I'm just like, damn, this guy Jelani is doing this, Johans is banging out that, and like Dwight is doing this, and I'm just like, I'm here struggling, and then like I'm just trying to keep up. But there was clear things that I was doing wrong that I've noticed that I was doing wrong then. Like I wasn't taking proper rest, I wasn't hydrating myself, and the worst of all, like my my manager would always tell me this, like, Carl, why don't you eat? And I'm just like, I don't do that. Like I don't do that. When I'm focused, I don't worry about my stomach. I worry about the task at hand. Don't ever do that, guys. Like eat food. Like don't just think because you're starving yourself, those are going to give you better results of losing weight or gaining muscle or some weird shit. No, eat food because your body needs energy to body. Like your body needs energy to do what it needs to do to get you functioning and stuff like that. So I already was setting myself up for failure. And now for the infamous picture that these guys still talk about to this day, like I was looking like Yamcha in the gym. Like I was done. Like I was done. Like I was just TKO flat on the floor. So, you know me. I was just like, damn. In my head, when I say you know me, just know that just means I'm in my head thinking man hard for no goddamn reason. So I'm just in my head thinking man hard, like, damn, like, I fell off. This is what happened when you're not consistently doing something. I should have never stopped boxing. I should have never stopped the training, etc., etc., etc. And then, like, I don't know, like, I just got demotivated, essentially, because it was more so just, like, after doing that in high school, training every other day, training every day, obviously there was the financial restraints that stopped me from doing it, but it was just, like, I was in a constant routine. Got out of my routine when it came to college, was focusing more on, like, what everybody focuses on when they get out of high school, like let me get this money, but I was also trying to get money and trying to further my education. So what ended up happening was just like I got shafted. I got shafted. Like my ego was bruised bad, like bad. Like I was hurt. So basically I stopped going to the gym with them. They would, and these are the type of people you need in your corner, man. Because like Johans would hit me up and just like, yo, bro, you gotta come to the gym. Dwight would hit me up like, yo, bro, stop playing. You gotta come through. Jelani would be like, yo, you're not coming? Like, what's wrong? Like, you good? But it was just like, mentally, I wasn't there. So what ended up happening was just like, and mind you, it wasn't because like I was discouraged in the idea of going to the gym. I'm like a tactician, if you will. Like I love my planning. Like you can ask anybody. Like I'm a very methodical thinker. Like if I can't do something, I'm gonna do the research. So basically, like I was in my own head about like I was in my own head basically just about how the lack thereof knowledge, that was really what was bugging me at the time. Like I just felt like I didn't know what I was doing. And I feel like a lot of people that starts off could relate. This is why people get trainers. This is why people go to the gym with someone that they feel like know how to exercise and stuff like that. But that was basically it. So what I basically done was like I was just research, like I was asking questions too. So like I would always hit up Dwight, Johans, Jelani, just like different questions before I got back into the gym or whatever. So once I reached a point where I felt like I retained enough information going to the gym, I think I went back to the gym with them like maybe 2 more times, and then eventually I started going to the gym by myself. And I'll tell you this right now, I've never had like how do I put this? Like I've never had like I never felt socially awkward in the gym. So like I knew at the time I was a skinny dude. Like I still am pretty skinny. I'm looking at myself right now. I'm not like the most cut individual in the world. I'm not the most biggest individual in the world. I'm still skinny dude. But like I was never self-conscious, so I was never really afraid of like trying out new exercises, kind of looking weird, kind of looking goofy. Trying to push my body the best I can. But obviously a lot of this stuff came with like research. And a lot of this stuff came with a lot of mistakes too. So you have to make the mistakes so you can do better the next time, because I got injured like crazy. But I would say like the research definitely did help. And from that point onwards, after I just consistently, because it was a back-to-back thing, like I was consistently going, I was consistently educating myself, and I got to a point where eventually I honestly just fell in love with exercising. Like it wasn't anything crazy. Like I've never felt like I wanted to necessarily like exercise. Like I never felt like there was like a burning desire for me to want to just bodybuild or build muscle or anything like that. It was more so just like I've been doing this thing, boxing, and it actually was pretty fun in high school. So let me see how I would feel about just exercising and training. It's even funny that like I took on boxing and took on training now, like currently right now, like I am training and stuff like that. So I always find that funny. Also, I feel like the individuals and the people you meet over time, like while you're doing this sport, while you are in this field, it's so great. Like you meet a lot of amazing, dedicated individuals. You get to pick people's minds about like how they feel about the sport, what the sport means to them. It's so cool. Like I don't know if you guys also seen like, but I post on like Instagram, Facebook, all over the place. I posted all over the place, different places that like people I've trained with and trained for and stuff like that. And it was just great experiences, great experiences. But where am I at right now? That's the backstory from beginning to pretty much end. Where I'm at right now. So basically, right now, I'm still training on boxing. I do, if the cards play themselves right, I do want to see if I can become a professional, start taking professional fights. But you know how it is. Timetables are different for everybody. The level you are is going to be based off of natural progression, like how well you naturally progress to that level. You can't rush anything, so you got to take your time. But hopefully, I'm able to get to that point soon. Um, Also, training and fitness. Like for me, I do like fitness only because like the learning and just the educational aspect of it, and just trying to mold your body into something. I always thought that was really interesting, especially like the science as well as just like the study behind it. I always just found that cool because like the one thing I can definitely say, like I just love my research and I love my studying. I like learning about different shit. I like learning about different stuff. So that being said, like that's how I'm able to like continue this journey on just building my body and like in general. And it's been fun. Like it's really really fun. Like I have no complaints. Like every time I go into the gym, try out something new or just experiment with different like workout philosophies or exercises, whether it's like supersets or compounds or just different amounts of rest. Like I just like that level of experimentation and just trying to or going to the gym with other people. I just feel like it's even more fun for that. But like yeah, guys, like you're gonna see more content. I've been posting like boxing videos and stuff like that when the weather gets a bit nicer and I'm able to actually go to a park or something like that. I tried doing the facility thing, but again, that was a bit over my level of knowledge at the time. So like I still have to go back into the drawing board and kind of figure out how I'm gonna be able to get myself like a space to be able to box with friends and stuff like that. And we could just train with each other on a very amateurish level, nothing too crazy, nothing too intense. But yeah, like I also want to start posting a lot of this stuff on like YouTube. So if you guys ever want to see like any of the boxing matches or boxing fights, you could definitely go on YouTube for that. Like I have a section on the channel for all the fights, preparation, analyzing and stuff. You can just catch it there. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. Like I really didn't have much I wanted to talk about besides just like the journey. I was just here sitting and thinking about it. Like it's really crazy that like this whole thing started because like an anime really inspired me. Like guys, I kid you not, this anime like really just hit different. Like it really just super super hit different. But yeah, guys, thank you for the people that are tuning in, listening to this video. I really do greatly appreciate you. And also, guys, like inspiration comes anywhere. Like if you do get inspired by some weird shit, see where it goes. You never know. Try it out. Guys, I'm out of here. Peace.